Happy Saturday, everybody. Dustin Starr here, coming to you from the beach in an undisclosed location, and I just finished watching Memphis Wrestling episode 220, which could be mistaken for second to none, with Tim Bosby defending first time ever on Memphis Wrestling against Marco Harris, and he's still doing the live reaction. Members only coming up here in just a moment. But let's talk about episode 220 to none. What a showcase between Marco Harris and Tim Bosby. It was unbelievable. What up, Eddie Kane, man? You were there live. What's up, Michael? How are you? Bill, what's going on? You guys have anything in particular that you want to talk about? Let's talk about it. Big John Dalton's in the house. BJD, POD. Man, I need to talk to Cobra about Jimmy. Yeah, what about all the Twinkies? Set aside the big beating, but I don't think I've ever seen so many Twinkies in one place at one time in my entire life. But what a hell of a beatdown on the Memphis Wrestling Tag Team Champions, and also the Outbreak. The Twins of Salem were on the receiving end of it. Also, we've seen the O'Neal brothers are none too pleased with Hollywood Jimmy and the Clique. Hollywood Jimmy and the Hollywood Clique are not making any friends in the tag team division, but you guys go ahead and click the sub button on Big John Dalton if you'll do that. We've got Ben Vanderberg here. What's going on? Aaron's in the house. How many titles are there in Memphis Wrestling? All right, so what a spectacular announcement. We had started talking about the greatest junior heavyweights and the best junior heavyweights coming through, and Jack Cartwheel, Sean Legacy, got Ray Sanders, even got to throw main event Bradley in there. He's won titles at Memphis Wrestling, and he is under 220 pounds. So this is a new weight class, new weight division, headed up by the championship committee. Looks like Derek King was on special assignment to make this happen, so that there is a junior heritage championship. It does look like it'll be weight classes 220 pounds and below. So now you have the Memphis Heritage Championship, the Memphis Women's Championship, the Junior Heritage Championship, the Internet Championship, and you have the Memphis Wrestling Tag Team titles as well. So really good stuff cracking down at Memphis Wrestling, and I really like that Kevin White, my old tag team partner, former Southern Tag Team champion with myself 2 times over, and a junior heavyweight in his own regard, trained by superstar Bill Dundee. He did the voiceover on the introduction, a little bit of history lesson to those of you who don't follow classic Memphis Wrestling, but that's true. Jeff Jarrett, Brian Christopher, Bill Superstar Dundee, and so many more. I've been running away from these guys, and for some reason they keep following me with these the blowers out here trying to make the property look nice. But anyways, the new Junior Heritage Championship has been introduced, and I love it. Let's see. What's up, Brian? How are you? Match of the year, Bosby versus Harris. That's got to be on the ballot. Whether we're in December, whether we're in January, it doesn't matter what month you're in. You got to remember this match going down and regard it as one of the best of the year. I would also say Sean Legacy and Jack Cartwheel have got to be in that category as well as for match of the year. Rob says match of the year. Jason, what's going on? How are you? What's up, Woods? Rocking those shades. Oh yeah, look who's in the house, Daddy. Not to be confused with Tim Grind, by the way. Happy Saturday, Jason. Were you caught off guard by the Twinkies? Okay, here's a little bit of a story with the Twinkies. So I have people come up to me during the intermission when I'm talking and saying hello, maybe grabbing something to drink in between tapings, and somebody came up and said, "Hey, Dustin, when is Jimmy Blaylock on?" Now, last time they asked me this, they actually wore a Twinkie outfit that said, "Don't eat me." So I'm like, okay, they got something planned. And I said, whatever you do, don't do it until Jimmy's talking on the mic, because I knew that Jimmy's big mouth just had to talk on the microphone, right? And so that's when I kind of knew that something was up, when I got hit in the head with a Twinkie. And I'm telling you, there had to be hundreds of Twinkies. You could see in the background on one of the videos that we posted that Handy Randy is sweeping Twinkies with a push broom, and then also referee David Knight trying to push broom them out of the ring. So yeah, I was definitely caught off guard by the Twinkies, and they were hitting me in the head with them, right in the face. What's up, Kara? How are you? Brand says awesome episode. What's up, Thomas? Can't stand Hollywood Jimmy. Nobody can, Aaron. The junior title will showcase a lot of talent. You got that right, and there's a lot of talent that's going to want that championship belt. Virginia's in the house. What's up, Eb? Hollywood Click needs to be fired, or they need to get a little retribution. Thomas said, Backlash is tonight. I will be watching. Rob says he's 180 pounds. Can he get in on it? Absolutely. Got my money on Ray Sanders. I think everybody has their money on Ray Sanders, because in any behind-the-scenes discussion that we had about a Junior Heritage Championship, Ray Sanders' name has been at the very tippy top of that list. Michael says, got to see Big Trouble Ben Bishop in action in March. That's cool. I love Big Trouble Ben Bishop. Seven Cruz, the new Junior Heritage Champion. Okay. He's probably going to have some help to get that, but it could happen. What up from Virginia? Midlothian. Midlothian? He's always a crybaby. Remember Kevin White, very good wrestler. Yeah, Kevin White. Looks like Kevin White has some dealings with Memphis Wrestling here, and I believe his son is just about ready to climb in the squared circle very soon. Lurvy says, hey, Dustin, another belt for Memphis Wrestling. Great. A list of who will compete for the new title Derek King introduced. Well, next week is Selection Saturday. So it sounds like we are going to have individuals find out right there on the spot on Selection Saturday before the tournament starts. And so I would imagine that next week is Selection Saturday, where we figure out who's going to be in the tournament for the Junior Heritage Championship, and then probably the next week, I imagine that the tournament will begin. And again, I'm just guessing, so stay tuned to Memphis Wrestling. But yeah, that's what it looks like according to Derek King. I keep freezing. Am I freezing? If big mans want to use them, what? Protect themselves. Oh, the security. Junior title looks similar to the design of the Heritage title. Yes, it does, because it is a Junior Heritage Championship. Also, when I go to members only here in just a minute, I will give you a little bit of a breakdown on the behind the scenes of these championship belts that we have. We just don't create them. There's always a meaning behind each and every detail of those championship belts. Junior Heritage title looks similar to the design of the Heritage title. Yeah, I just said that. Bo says, keep pelting a man and trying to look out for his health with junk food. Of course he's going to retaliate. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Jimmy Blaylock, nothing. This was like a dream for him. He would love nothing more than to have a million Twinkies thrown at his face if they were only unwrapped so he can keep his mouth open for them. Robert says, Dustin, besides Scorpio Sky, any other AEW stars who appear in Memphis Wrestling? Well, we do have Scorpio Sky coming up next Sunday, May 18th. And then on Sunday, June 8th, we have former women's champion from WWE and NWA. Jazz is going to be in the house. Also, I know that Gilbert is on his way to Memphis Wrestling along with James Ellsworth and so much more. So stay tuned, Robert. It is sometimes difficult for AEW talent to come to Memphis because of that Saturday collision taping and hitting that early morning flight to Memphis, Tennessee, but I'm sure we'll get some of them here pretty soon. Harvey says, Marco Harris and Tim Bosby, 2 out of 3 falls match. Best match in weeks on Memphis Wrestling. Also, I love raining Twinkies at Jimmy Blaylock and his goons attacking Big Mains and Twins of Salem. I think those were 2 very big highlights for Memphis Wrestling this week. I think you're right, Lurvy. Can't wait to see DDT take out Nixie. What the heck was Nixie XS talking about? Nixie XS sending out a warning that next week, if DDT shows up on Memphis Wrestling, she's going to have a surprise for her. What the hell could that be? And also, why is Nixie XS not taking care of business herself? What's up, Modern Aid Man? How are you? Happy Mother's Day to the lovely Maria. I will let her know, Aaron. Thank you so much. Maria is actually on the beach. I'm going to wrap this up here in just a moment. If you have any topics or questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. And then I'm going to head over to members only. And there is a whole plethora of topics from wrestlers leaving Memphis Wrestling, wrestlers coming to Memphis Wrestling. You guys wanted to know some of behind the scenes stuff. There's a whole list of questions and topics that I'm going to cover that I'm not allowed to cover on this one. And trust me, I'm definitely going to be talking trash today. The shit will be talked deep, because I may or may not have already had a couple of adult beverages before I came on here. So, Bill says, can we get an 8-man tag with Big Bang, Gun Show, Mike Anthony versus The Click, Zay, and Aaron? If Jimmy and Justin's team loses, then they have to go on diets. Oh, come on. You know that they would never stick up to their end of the bargain there. I'm glad to see Derek King's visiting Memphis Wrestling today, says Jason. Looking forward to WWE legend Jazz. Me too, Thomas. She's one of the toughest women that has ever stepped foot in the ring. I think No Way Ray could be a wild card in the tournament. It looks like No Way Ray wants his hands on those tag team titles, so we'll have to see who gets selected on Selection Saturday. I think Main Event Bradley has the first Junior Heritage Champion in his immediate future. Well, he was the first ever tag team champion, so it's not I know some people will read that and hear me and think that that's funny, that Main Event Bradley could be a favorite in this tournament, but he does have the experience over many of the junior heavyweights in Memphis Wrestling. And also, he is the first ever Memphis Wrestling Tag Team Champion. So there's something in that. Never had a problem with Memphis Wrestling. You shouldn't have a problem with Memphis Wrestling. Who is Oso, the new manager for Memphis Wrestling? Who does he want to coach? Oso, we've seen him around the WrestleCenter quite a bit. You've even seen it on Memphis Wrestling. He appears to be scouting Ray Sanders, but also I think the door is open for pretty much any talent. Oso has gone through the ranks of training at the Memphis Wrestling WrestleCenter. You can too. WrestleCenter901.com, and now it looks like he's ready to recruit his first talent. What convenience is this for Oso to be recruiting, especially somebody with the likes of Ray Sanders, right here where the Junior Heritage Title Tournament is starting? The Twinkies would stick to Jimmy if they were unwrapped. Yeah, you have Cena or Orton tonight. I've got Cena all the way. I'm going to be watching. What happened to Psycho, Simon's tag partner? Haven't seen him since. Well, Jason, I think that is something that we need to add to our members only. So check that out. Eddie Kane, man, please remind me to answer that question. There's no way Main Event Bradley is going to win the Junior Heritage Championship. All right, well, there's always a will, there's a way. What's next for Psycho Simon? That's a good one. Who do you guys think Psycho Simon's after next? And I do hear that he will be back live inside the WrestleCenter getting physical next Sunday, May the 18th. So get those tickets. There's always a way, I agree. Music video was different at the WrestleCenter. Oh, man, Eddie K, man. Oh, yeah, thank you for bringing that up. Shout out to Starlito and Mr. Don Tripp. Oh, yeah, Royal Rumble, the new music video. And, gosh, the Step Brothers hang out at the WrestleCenter. You guys got to check that out. It's on here on our YouTube. We posted it, but it's called Royal Rumble. It was filmed at the WrestleCenter. All the stars of Memphis Wrestling, all your favorites right there in the video. So very, very cool stuff. Yeah, Bill Banks says that's absolute gold. Gilberg versus Ellsworth. Brad Stinkerhorn wore the belt to disinfect it. That's exactly right. One of my favorite guests was having Matt Hardy on the show. Me too. Let's agree to disagree. It looks like Bo is disagreeing with everybody. Is Mikey ever coming back? That's probably something for members only, but Mikey's off getting married. I'm sure he'll be back at some time. Gun Show took care of business today. He did. Zay Washington finally has been put away once and for all. Let's get caught up here. I'm ready for the members only live chat. Eddie K-Main, it's just moments away. Welcome, Thomas. Glad you got my back. All right. Loser leaves the buffet. You guys are too much. I just love to see Justin Case get punched in the face by the Gun Show. Jey Uso versus Logan Paul for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm taking Jey Uso all day long. King Rubio says, do you like cocaine? No, I do not. I've never tried it, actually, so I would know. Oso says, or Oso should pick Simon up from wherever he's wondering and take to the top. Man, I don't know if that'd be a good combination. Oso Sanchez with Oso Co. along with Psycho Simon. I don't know if that's a very good match, but whatever. WWE Wrestling Today. Okay, Marco Harris is lighting it up every match all over the Mid-South, especially here in Memphis Wrestling. Bosby's a dog. I agree, he is a dog. Who do you think's going to win? John Cena, Randy Orton. I got Cena all day. Do audience members sign a waiver for the talent to land in their lap? No, but front row should definitely sign a waiver. I guess it wouldn't matter if it was front row or not, because Marco Harris diving off the box seating like a madman. Good on the beach. Yep, Cook out here on the beach, brother. Not sure what that means, Mandarin. But anyway, if you guys have any last minute topics here, let me turn this way. You guys can see how beautiful the sky is out here, man. Look at this. It's incredible. It's very hard. It's so sunny out here, it's hard to see my phone, to be honest with you. Let's walk out this way, though. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions or anything like that, put those in the comments. I got a couple of minutes that I'm going to go on members only. I mean, there is a laundry list of things that you guys want me to talk about in the members only. Could get a little bit hairy, to be quite honest with you. Also rolling into Memphis Mirrors here in just a moment. 30 minutes to be exact. You guys check out Rolling into Memphis. BT talks about all the great stuff and stuff. If there was anything bad, I don't know there was anything bad on the show today. Let me take you over here. So these dunes are off limits. It's a natural habitat area. Of course, you got all the turtles and all that kind of stuff that are out here. It's not a Hollywood Jimmy condo, but it'll do. guys are too much. It is paradise, guys, for real. Great day for a beach break. You're exactly right. Beach is right out there. That's where the family is. Waves have been super big too. Lots of big waves. Dustin, what are your plans for the summer? Man, I'm gonna be doing Memphis Wrestling. I'm gonna be doing Redbirds baseball. Football's coming up. I got some big news coming up for football I'll be telling you guys about very, very soon. That also includes wrestling. The dumpster is Hollywood Jimmy's condo. Still can't believe Paul Heyman betrayed CM Punk and Roman Reigns last month at WrestleMania. Yeah, that's pretty tough. All right, guys, I'm gonna head over to members only. Lots of really, really cool stuff here that we'll be talking about. Stuff that I probably shouldn't be talking about, but we do it anyways for the members only. See, I think I got last one. Nope, just in agreements. All right, guys, I will see you on the members only. I am Dustin Starr. Thank you for joining us on episode 220. How convenient. Let me just end with this, okay? So a lot of the booking and the creative and stuff that goes into mentoring, we really pay close attention to detail, right? I mean, obviously, with today's promo package, you know, introducing new championship belts, I think the delivery on storylines, the way that week after week, each story seems to connect well. And then for today to be one of the most important and most significant matches in Tim Bosby's early young career, for the first time ever putting King Cobra's cup on the line after winning it, and then doing so, having the main event on first. Like, so many things surrounding today's match, and for this to all pop off on episode 220, which is also second to none. So big day for Tim Bosby. Congratulations to him. All right, guys, I'll see you on members only. I'm Dustin Starr. So long, everybody. Oh, yeah. I think that dude burp when you walk by. See you on members only. He did.